Today I'm going to do something a little different than we usually do in our videos. Since Forrest is working all day today and I'm alone, I'm going to be doing a DIY. So as we were working on our bathroom walls, as you can see right here, we were thinking how we were going to have a door. Because we can't have a swinging open door because there's not enough room. So it had to be a sliding door. So once we thought about that, we thought, oh, well, we can do a barn door. But I looked online, and even the cheapest barn door is too expensive for us. So I looked online a little bit more and found an awesome DIY on how to make your own barn door. But I'm going to do a little twist on it, since another question I had was, where am I going to put a mirror? Because I need a mirror just to make sure that I don't look completely awful stepping outside into the world. So I'm going to teach you step by step how to do this, as well as tell you all the materials you need for this build. So let's follow. So here is a quick preview of what materials you'll need. If you miss anything, all you need to do is look in the description below and I'll have all the materials and what they're called. But for the door itself, I have this beautiful stained grade solid wood panel to my measurements for our bus. Obviously yours might be a little different. I have the full length frameless mirror, which is gonna fit perfectly in the center of the door. Then I have the liquid nails, heavy duty, is what I'll use to adhere the mirror onto the panel. But before that, I'm gonna stain the wood with this beautiful classic gray to kind of go with our gray theme in the bus. But you can obviously stain it any color you want or even paint it. Then for the hardware itself, which is gonna have it slide across the way, you'll need a galvanized pipe to length. Then you also need 2 flange, I hope I'm saying that right, 2 flange 3 by 3/4. You'll need 2 pipe nipple, also 3/4. You need a 90-degree elbow, 2 of them, also 3/4. You need 2 non-swivel wheels so that it'll sit on the track and roll smoothly across your floor. And then finally, you'll need 2 eye hooks where the pipe is going to go through there, and that's how it'll slide the wood door across. Again, if you didn't get all that right away, I'll have all of it in the description below. So the first step to this barn door is going to be staining the wood. So right here I have a piece of wood that is already sanded. If you decide to do your door with unsanded wood, obviously you would sand it first before staining it or painting it. But I'm going to stain mine in a classic gray, and you want to just stain it all over, front to back, because you'll see both sides of the door. And with staining, you're going to take a sponge brush like this. You're going to dip it in, you're going to go with the grain, and after that you're going to take either paper towels or rags that you might have, and you're going to wipe away the stain. Depending on how dark you want it will determine how long you leave the stain on before wiping it off. I want it pretty light, so I'll probably only have the stain on for like a minute or 2 before wiping as I go. This might take me some time, so I'm gonna get to work here, and then I will see you guys once I'm done staining this whole door. After you've stained your wood, next is to measure out where your mirror is gonna be. I wanted the mirror to be centered, so I took the dimensions of the mirror and I subtracted it from the dimensions of the board, and then I halved that so I knew exactly where the middle sat. So what I did was I measured 7 inches top you want to test out your mirror and place it down where you've measured it out. Make sure that it's to your liking, and then once it's to your liking, you can take the mirror off, and you take your liquid nail adhesive and you spread it all across where your mirror is going to sit, but not too much because you don't want it oozing out the sides. But you smear it all the way across, and then once it's nice and laid out, you put the mirror on top, and it should be held down nice and neat. But obviously you want to make sure before lifting it or anything like that that it's dried out and securely fastened, because you don't want your mirror to fall and break and then you have 7 years of bad luck, and that's never a good way to start your bus life. So I was looking at what I had here, and it looked alright, but I felt like it was missing something. So I decided to stain this board right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to place it right up against the mirror like that. So it gives the door a little more dimension, a little more something, you know? So I'm going to go over to the sawhorses and cut this board in half, and then I'm going to take wood glue and glue it on there. So I have the piece of wood that I mentioned before here. I marked it halfway because that's how it would fit perfectly on the top and bottom of the mirror. So I have the line set, I have my safety goggles on so I don't get sawdust in my face. I got my saw here. I'm going to line it up. There you have it. So I'm done cutting those boards in half, and this is the finished look for the door itself. So here's the mirror and the 2 planks. I think it came out pretty good. Now all we have to do is install the hardware onto the door. So once you have your barn door done, it's time to add the hardware. So first you're gonna add both of your eye screws on the top of your barn door and make sure that they're equidistant so they hang nicely on the pipe, because this is gonna have the pipe go through it so that it can slide back and forth across the pipe that you're gonna put up top. So you're gonna pre-drill a hole about the thickness of this, maybe a little less, and then you're gonna screw this into the top. So I'm gonna do that now. Once you have your hardware attached to your door, next comes the hardware for the inside that hangs on the wall or the ceiling. So the hardware you need is a flanger, or however you call it, and it's gonna be 3/4. So you're gonna take the flanger, and then you're going to take the nipple, which is 3/4. I'm just going to twist that in place, like so. Once that's nice and stuck, you take your 90-degree elbow onto your nipple, and then you do the same thing where you twist that on, which is kind of hard to do while also holding a camera, apparently. There it goes. Once that's nice and snug on there, next is you have your galvanized pipe, and since this pipe is heavy to do in one hand, I'm not going to show you because it's hard to hold the camera and do that, but you're going to put the pipe into that 90-degree elbow and snug that nice and tight. And with your pipe on there and this set, you're obviously going to have another one on the other side, but once you have this, you are going to drill that either onto your wall surface, which is what we're gonna do, or the ceiling, like so. The only reason why we're not doing the ceiling version is, as you can see on the other side where we're gonna put the other one, is our emergency exit hatch. So that's impossible for us to go on the wall, sadly, because the wall is more flush, so your door would sit more flush against the wall. Whereas ours is going to come out a little bit because, as you can see, it kind of has some space in between. But it's going to be alright. Another thing to consider that I didn't get the equipment for would be a little latch so that your door is not sliding as you travel. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY video. Let me know what you thought about it and whether I should do more videos like this. As you can tell, it was a little messy, but hard work gets you messy. And I'm in love with the barn door, and I hope you guys try this out and are in love with your door as well. I'm sorry I didn't post the finished results of it all hung up and stuff, but right now we have to finish the one wall with all the pallet boards before we're able to install it. But of course I will be giving an update video showing the final product, as well as posting it on Instagram at bus_with_us. Don't forget to leave a like if you really like this video, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to subscribe, and hope you guys have a fantastic day.